Good morning, everyone, and it is morning. It's 11 in the morning, so still just. Today, another grey day outside in Kauai. We'll show you the view in a second, but we're going to go for another hike, this time up a mountain, which might be a bit interesting. Apparently, the first part is fine, the second part is a bit technical, i.e. rock climbing, i.e. we won't do that bit, but the views are supposed to be quite good, so we're going to go and check that out. I'm not really hungry, but I feel I should get some breakfast before we go, and then we'll pop across to the supermarket across the street, pick up some water, which I didn't do yesterday, I forgot, and maybe some sandwiches for lunch, and then we'll head up the mountain, and hopefully we'll be back before it gets dark, because it gets dark at 6:30 here, which is a bit early, but we can work with that. Anyway, let me show you the view from the balcony, and then we will go and get this day started. Oh, and I forgot to mention, today is a bit of a milestone. It is, if I've calculated correctly, 18 months since we left the UK. So it has been a year and a half on the road, and it has been a pleasure showing you around this wonderful planet that we have. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's go get this day started.
Nobody quite like you, got me falling through and through. Straight to the top, I'm tumbling, my roller coaster's rumbling. Can you please explain why I'm acting out my brain? Oh, I've never been like this before. Oh, why did I wait so long to soar? I can't help but...
Well, I wish I could say I'd made it to the top, but sadly, no. Mostly because at this point, the trail goes vertically up, and I am not a rock climber, so discretion being the better part of valor, I am going to head down, but make sure I don't fall. The view from here is not too bad. Also, I am very, 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 very sweaty, so I'm looking forward to getting back to the hotel, to air conditioning, to cold water, a shower, and then maybe a pool.
Always think of you, of you. Every day my dreams are come.
Well, I've come down, but it turns out there was a fork in the road that I didn't notice. So, having really kind of destroyed my hands and come down a large part of that on my bottom, which means my trousers probably look like I've been sitting in the mud now, and I've got to walk along the highway to get back to the hotel, so that'll entertain the drivers along the way. But I found this crossroad and this trail, which seems much less steep and much better marked out, so maybe this is the way I was supposed to come all along. We'll give it a whirl, see what happens.
Yeah, you're an act of God, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night. Lady, oh, I'm so excited. You're enchanting me with everything you do, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night. Yeah, baby, you're enchanting me with everything you do, you do. I don't wanna let you go, hold my hand and you will know. But you never thought a girl could feel like this. Well, I never thought that I could feel like this. Now it's plain to see that you belong here with me. Sometimes things aren't meant to be explained. Afterwards, you'll never be the same. You're an act of God, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night. Lady, oh, I'm so excited. You're enchanting me with everything you do, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night.
after one wrong turn, we finally made it to the top. I give you all of Kauai, as it's pronounced correctly, as I found out recently. So yeah, it was worth the walk. Right, time to head back.
You're an act of God, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. You're enchanting me with everything you do, baby. Like rain pouring down, thunder in the middle of the night. Yeah, baby. You're enchanting me with everything you do.
Made it back to the room and tired and achy after today's hike, but it was worth it. The views were awesome once we finally figured out the right way to go. However, I am starving, so time to go and find some food. It's also very windy out there all of a sudden. Hopefully it's not raining. It's not, it's just Kauai being Kauai. Right, let's go get some steak. Next morning, I am saying goodnight, having just gotten out of bed. But yeah, it was a nice day. I'm sore and achy after all that hiking, but the views were worth it. I will see you guys in the morning for another day in Kauai. Until then, good night.